Hello everybody! I do this all the time. I haven't done a video in a while, which is very much like me if you've been watching over the past few years, but that's okay. I'm here and recently recovered from an ear infection that looked really bad on my face. I tried to film this Q&A like a few weeks ago, but I didn't like how it turned out, so here I am doing it again. And let's get started, because I want to do my makeup while we do this Q&A. Because you know, I still gotta look nice somehow. I already did my brows off screen. I think I want to start with my primer and foundation. So for my primer, I'll be using the Obsess Pink Perfect Cream. Let's do the first question. Masih single? If yes, why? If no, bila plan nak kawin? Jawab dengan bahasa Melayu ya. I'm not gonna answer in Malay. The question is if I'm single, and there's actually quite a few questions like that asking if I was single or in a relationship, because I have not talked about my relationships. I think the last time I mentioned I had a boyfriend or whatever was back in like 2016, and the answer is I don't know. Honestly, I don't really concern myself with relationships right now. And even if I am in a relationship, I like to keep it very private. I like to not talk about it for privacy reasons, but also because I want to respect my current partner, whoever they may be, that I just don't think they want to be on camera or on my Instagram or whatever. I don't know. I probably think too deeply about it, but in general, I just don't really want to have a partner on my channel and make them a big deal. Okay, primer is set. For foundation, I'm going to try out a new foundation that I just bought. This is the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation in the shade 36. So you gotta shake it a little well. Where did you purchase your LED ring light? I got it at whatever accessories at the mall, so it's on the 3rd floor. It's alright, it's nice. So I'm going to use this little dropper thing tool palette that I use for my foundations, especially since this is a liquid and I don't really want to put this on my hand. I'm going to take a foundation brush, just pat that in and blend it. What does your family think about you having a YouTube channel? I don't think they particularly care. My parents don't really care. My sisters, my brother also don't really care. I think more than anything else, they sometimes get annoyed when I'm like, hey, can I use you for a YouTube video? Sometimes they say yes, sometimes they say no. Sometimes my sisters are the one that gives the idea, so we just do it together. Sometimes they like being a part of it, sometimes they don't. It's fine. Just gonna blend a little bit down my neck. For concealer, I am using my Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer in the shade Vanilla. So next question. How to boost up communication skills? Love you, by the way. Thank you, Salwa. Depends on what you mean by communication skills. I don't think I'm actually that good at communication. Let me rephrase that. I don't think I'm great at talking to people, but I think I'm pretty good at expressing what I want. As for a personal standpoint of being a communicative person, like just being good and open with your friends, I think the best thing to do is always be honest. Just talk out your feelings, which I really should implement more, to be honest. I'm gonna let this sit for a bit because the concealer is a little liquidy, so I'm just gonna let it set before I blend it for extra coverage. While I wait for this to set, I'm gonna contour a little bit of my face with the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer in neutral tan. This is a few shades darker than me, and that's fine because I want this as like a bronzer slash contour. When I was younger, I definitely only used contour, but lately I do really enjoy how my skin looks with just a tiny bit of bronzer. Okay, a lot of bronzer. Drop a skincare routine, sis. I have a YouTube video about my skincare. The thing is, I tend to change up my skincare routine every 6 months or so, because that's usually when my cleanser, my moisturizer finish. I think right now I'm using a Course RX cleanser. I'm pretty good with cleanser. For powder, I'm gonna be using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop setting powder in the shade Banana. I'm gonna be honest, I should have gotten like medium because I was too worried. This one is very yellow and it's too yellow for me. It's honestly way too yellow for my skin type. And then I'm just gonna cut a little bit underneath my cheekbone. because I need that. And I like doing it around my mouth as well. And I'll just blend that out into the rest of the skin. For my primer, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow primer. What is your goals in life and how can you achieve it? When you ask me about life goals, I can honestly say I don't know if I have any anymore, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think it's okay to take a break. I think it's okay to take a break from the goals that you set when you were younger, and I can't guarantee that these goals will be the same in a year's time. I definitely am not in the same position as I thought I'd be last year or 2 years ago. So rather than trying to achieve goals or create new goals in life, why not just focus on developing and creating something better, not only for myself but for the country. For eyeshadow, I think I'm going to be using this Glam X palette. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to take the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder. I think this is in the shade Caramel. And I use this sometimes as a bronzer. It's my sister's shade, but even she uses it as a bronzer sometimes. It's very, very yellow. It's very orange. So I'm gonna just take that and blend it up into my crease first. Speaking of my sister, what's your favorite book/movie of all time and why did it speak to you so much? My favorite movie of all time, or at least the one that speaks to me the most, is Guillermo del Toro's Pan's Labyrinth. Very, very sad, emotional, horror, psychological fantasy thriller about a girl. I don't want to spoil it, and honestly, it's been a while since I've watched that movie. I don't really know how to describe it. I remember watching that movie and for the last 30 minutes crying my eyes out, and it really did like elevate my love for not just movies, but screenwriting and how much effort that they had to take. So the Glam X palette is really, really full of shimmers. It's essentially all shimmers. So I'm taking a nice orangey shade and then placing it on my lids. What is your favorite lipstick shade? It depends. I love a good orangey nude. Orangey nude. Just because I really am more drawn to oranges lately, especially for the past year. As for general brands, Huda Beauty have really, really great liquid lipsticks. Always recommend them. When do you plan to travel next? When the borders open, when we finally got a vaccine, when we got anything sorted and life is okay, we'll go travel. Hopefully. I am taking my Huda Beauty Coral Obsessions and taking this really nice dark brown shade. It's not even dark brown, it's like a burnt orange shade. I'm just putting that on the outer corners. Just a tad bit, not too much. What's the next question? How do you handle your busy schedule? I don't consider myself too busy. I definitely make myself busy. The best advice I could ever give somebody is literally have a bullet journal. And I have a video about how to make a bullet journal, how to ready yourself. My bullet journal this year has helped me so much with all the projects and all the work that I've been doing. Because as a freelancer, sometimes my days are really hectic and some days aren't. So the best thing I've learned to do was really just write everything down, maintain a schedule. So it's all about managing your life and knowing what is more important to you. So when you're in school, you should focus on school before you focus on other projects, which is something I really should have learned. Do you have any plans to continue your study master? I was supposed to continue doing the bar in September, but due to COVID, I think the best thing to do is just to wait another year. As for a master's, who knows? Maybe I want to do a master's in creative writing. I think that would be something really, really fun. I'm just gonna add a little bit of this shade. You can see I've already hit pan because I've used it so much. I'm just gonna add a little bit onto the inner corners. Should I put a little bit of eyeliner? I don't know. Yeah, I'll do a little bit of a black pencil liner. I'll do a really rough one. This is gonna be a very nice 90s inspired look. What do you miss in the UK? I miss the freedom to walk around everywhere. I miss walking from my house or my accommodation to uni, even though it was like 15 minutes and I was always so late. But I think that's what I miss the most. So that eyeliner is a very, very rough eyeliner, which is what I want because I want to take a nice like pointed pencil brush and just blend that out. What do you like about Brunei? I think I love that Brunei, despite everything that people complain about, is a very safe country and it's very community oriented. Everyone's supportive of each other, everyone knows each other, which, you know, pros and cons. But in general, I definitely think what I missed the most about Brunei, which I think the UK lacked, was having support of each other and a community-oriented culture. So I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Jackie Aina palette in the shade Credit, just do the inner corner liner bit. How do you manage your personal finance goals? I have a YouTube video about that, which I'm very, very proud of. It took so long for me to make that video because I wanted to be honest, and I was like, okay, I guess I have to be honest with how bad I am with money, so let me do a video on that. And I did, and I'm very proud of it. So please watch it. It's nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Battery's almost dying, but that's okay. I'm gonna curl my eyelashes and then apply some mascara. Give me a second. I'm gonna go back into the Huda Beauty Coral Obsessions and just add a tiny bit, not too much, to my under eye. And then I'm gonna take my white eyeliner, because I love white eyeliner, especially underneath my eye. So I'm just gonna take that and line my eyes. Eyes are done-ish. I want to just add a little bit of highlight, blush, contour, and my lips, and then we are done. For highlighter, I want to use the Balm's Mary Lou Manizer. What do you think drives you to do what you're passionate about? I think the fact that I like to do things, and I'm just somebody who doesn't like being stagnant, even when on my rest days, even on the days where I'm supposed to do nothing. I just love doing something, and I love working on projects. I love working with people who have the same drive as me. For me, I'm passionate about a lot of things, but I also know that there are other people who are just as passionate, and working with them has been incredible, and I hope to continue that soon. For blush, I think I'm going to be using my Makeup Obsessions Isn't It Peachy. I kind of want to go a little heavy on the blush too, and just go for a nude lip, who knows. Has not being fluent in Malay ever affected you? Do you ever feel left out because of it? Yes, 100%. Especially when I was younger, going to Samja, and I felt like the fact that I couldn't speak Malay affected me. I've been called orang putih, been made fun of a lot. And I know it's just like light humor that kids will definitely joke about, but it definitely made me feel very much like I was not Malay enough for the Malay kids, even though I am Malay. But at least now it's better, right? That is a heavy, heavy blush. Let me go do my contour real quickly because I'm late for lunch.
I haven't showered.
True. For contour, I'm going to be using the same shade that I use on my crease. This is the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade Caramel. Do you love yourself? Oof, very, very tough question. Thanks, Haroon. I do. I think I love myself more now than I've ever did in the past ever. And I know that's a very weird thing to say, but genuinely, I think once I got out of uni and I just took a break and I really thought about what I wanted, I realized that I wanted to be not necessarily this person, but I wanted to be better. There's so much in life that I want to do. My life does not end at uni. It doesn't end at my education, and there's so much facets of my personality that isn't based on that. And getting out of the school system and just focusing on what I really enjoy and how to kind of achieve that has been really, really, really great. So do I love myself? Yes. Sometimes I think I'm a little too lazy and sad, but overall, yeah, I do love myself, and I'm very proud of that. I need to just finish off my lipstick and then I'll be done. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil in 1993. How are you so good at public speaking? I need this skill, but I have severe anxiety issues. Like everything, public speaking is a skill that you need to develop and grow and practice. You're not going to be the best at it immediately. Being with people who will help you practice and learn is so beneficial. And sometimes that starts with your teachers, sometimes that starts with your friends, or even just talking aloud to yourself or giving yourself the opportunity to be in those positions, even if it scares you. For liquid lipstick, I'm gonna be using the Obsess Cosmetic Katira. I finished my makeup, my friend is downstairs, and I have to go to lunch. I'm sorry if I didn't get to your question, but I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do like, comment, and subscribe. I will have more videos coming out. Hopefully. I can't confirm, but hopefully. Anyway, if you like this video, please do like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Bash Harry. And thanks so much for watching. Bye! Okay, bye. My friend's downstairs.